come with me.
Well, this is certainly something I wasn't expecting. So, we're apparently getting a follow-up to the 1985 punk rock horror comedy of the same name. It would seem they're going the Halloween 2018 route by titling this 40-year unexpected sequel all the same. No need for confusion, am I right? We're not given much in the way of a plot as of yet, only that this film will be taking place 18 months after the events of the original, and during Christmas time it would seem. Now, to be fair, the 1985 film did sort of leave it open to a possible sequel back then, which we kind of sort of got in a way. You can just tell my uncertainty in that statement, as the existing sequel is titled, quite plainly, Return of the Living Dead Part 2. However, it wasn't really an honest follow-up chapter if you ask me. While the original 85 film knew it was getting a bit too close to George Romero's Night of the Living Dead, Dan O'Bannon's film came around to start out as a meta-telling of that story, that the original Night of the Living Dead was based on true events. Because of the intellectual property rights at the time, O'Bannon made a choice decision to steer the film into a horror comedy, creating, in my opinion, one of the best zombie or Living Dead films to date. The familiar trope of zombies eating brains, you can thank Return of the Living Dead for that. As crazy as that film was, Part 2 leaned even more heavily into the satire. Even mocking its own logical setting, casting the same actors in identical roles but with different names.
It's like we've been here before. It's like a dream, this whole thing. You, me, and them.
Yeah, the 80s were a fun time. Who knows what to expect here, as the existing sequels are all over the place in terms of tone and quality, going from horror comedy to satire to a serious attempt on Part 3, which wasn't too bad in my opinion. And then straight to the discount bin with Necropolis and Rave to the Grave, both of which came out the same year, if that tells you anything. Unfortunately, as I said, the trailer doesn't reveal much, if anything at all. A lone zombie shambles down the street dragging along a Christmas tree. It is eerie enough, I suppose. The usual contrasting of a beautiful song with a single image of non-specific terror. And this shot with the icicles hanging off its hand like claws looks a little like the Tyrant from Resident Evil. Personally, as far as this upcoming film, I'd like to see something of a different perspective. As we all know, these undead were meant to be used for military applications, where credit is due, it's been the one constant plotline throughout. Wouldn't it be a neat twist to see them used for that purpose here finally? Now, this is just my pitch of something I would like to see, but say the movie is about the military's real-world testing of the bioweapons on this less than fortunate town. A town that consists of people who are somewhat indifferent to each other, who now have to work together to overcome this invading horde of hungry undead, all while the military observes from afar. That could be something new, fresh, and able to put more of the focus on the people rather than relying on zombie fetish to get the film across. Because if we're being honest, I think the whole subgenre of zombies, walkers, whatever you want to call them, has run its course. I think it's time to put this one to bed, don't you? The trailer, nor IMDb, is giving much away. All I know is the original films were a fun ride that knew not to take itself too seriously. It's an old IP for a relatively new director, so anything is possible. Let's just keep our fingers crossed and hope for the best, because I love the first two films.